Hi, welcome to Evie's Aquaculture. Today we're going to do an unboxing video of the VIVOSUN commercial air pump 1110 gallon per hour 8 outlet aquarium and hydroponic system air pump. You can find this item on Amazon. The link will be in the description. Let's get started. This video is going to be based on the 50 watt variation of this air pump. Right off the bat, the packaging looks like it's pretty high quality. As you can see, first thing when you open the packaging, it's actually packed pretty well. All of the pieces are wrapped individually, and there's a pretty dense packing material around the sides to protect the pump and its accessories. Right on top, we have our 8 outlet bus valve right here. This is a big plus because if you're used to using those plastic valves, they can be a bit of a pain in the butt. These are very solid valves. There's no play whatsoever in these valves. None of them are loose. They're actually super tight. Not too tight that it'll hurt your fingers, but pretty tight. It does not look like the valves have any adjustable screws on the bottom for how tight they are, but when you open and close them a few times, they do get a little bit easier to open and close. Overall, the construction looks really good. It's got some good weight to it. So far, I'm pretty impressed for the price point. So unfortunately, about halfway through the video, right after I got done unboxing the valve, my camera cut out, so I've cleared up some space and we're going to get back to it. So these are the 3 parts that it comes with. There's the valve, pretty good quality, already went over that. Very sturdy valves, very firm mechanism. You have to intentionally turn these to turn them on and off. They're not loose whatsoever. This tubing that came with it, basically a piece of garden hose. This piece of hose is reinforced, very thick. I don't believe there's going to be any issues using this long term. It seems to be able to withstand some decent pressure. So this hose would connect to your valve, and then your valve would connect to your pump right here. This is the outlet. This is the inlet. The inlet is nice. It's the same gauge as the outlet. So I would use a little bit thinner tubing for that though, because there's not as much of a taper on the inlet end as there is the outlet. So if you want to attach a filter to protect your pump long term, you might want to get some thinner tubing, not too thin because you don't want it to collapse on itself, but thin enough that you can stretch it over that inlet tube. So overall, weighs about 5 pounds. Really solid construction. I don't feel anything shaking or moving around. The feet on the bottom are rubber. This entire boot is rubber on both sides, and that's to absorb vibration. It's got some tread on the bottom, keep it from sliding around. Overall, I'm pretty impressed so far for the price point. Once again, this is around $65, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot for a quote-unquote commercial pump, but so far it has impressed me. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to plug it in and see how loud it is. It is open right now. There's nothing hooked up to it, so it might be a little bit louder than it would be if it was hooked up to your aquariums, but if it should still give us a good idea of the sound level that it will produce in your house. So we're about to find out if you want to use this in your garage or your living room. So first off, I would not put this in your living room. It's not super loud, but it definitely would get annoying if it was sitting under a stand in your living room when you're trying to watch TV. It has it has a decent drone to it. It is running wide open, but the actual pump itself is not very quiet. When I bent over to unplug it and when I was around the outlet, it puts out some serious air. I have no doubt that this will adequately power all 8 of these outlets. if not maybe more. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this pump. I'm planning on using it in a fish room that has a door to it. I'm not going to be in there a whole lot other than when I'm taking care of my fish. I don't really mind the noise. I would go ahead and give this a pretty good rating. The only downside is that it is not a quiet pump. It says that it's quiet, but I think they mean in relative to its performance, it is a quiet pump, not that it is just a quiet pump in general. Comparing this to my Fluval 402 pump and my A101 pump that I've had in the past, this is much louder than those. So if you want a quiet pump, this is not your pump. But if you need a pump for a fish room where you have at least, 6, 8, maybe 10 tanks, that's what I'm going to use it for. I feel pretty confident it's going to do the job well. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. If you'd like to buy this pump, you can find the affiliate link in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one.